Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I've done is primarily in Vietnam, where we have done 3 or 4. I can show you some examples of what we've done, but we can do that on a later stage.
They've already sold over 700 flats, houses, right?
Yeah.
And over 700 parking spaces.
Oh, when you say sold, does that mean it's also developed and built?
No. The plots are sold, and the owner builds to the specification which is provided by the developer. Okay, so they'll all be uniform. It will be a uniform. Now, of course, there is a few thousand more to be built. It's not that I'm saying give one preference to that as to the touristic to that. I think we can put together a project that, as houses are being developed, we can be working on the touristic side.
In that sense, okay.
In phases. Phase 1, these houses. Phase 1 on the touristic side, maybe 1 or 2 hotels with all the necessary ancillary that would have to support that, and we continue. Remember, this land holding is owned by one person. This is private. Got nothing to do with the government. Okay. So we can actually develop everything that is here into a more town plan with the touristic elements, like we did for Gibraltar. Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously that would have to be discussed in depth with Luis and the complete team that I listed into us. But I tell you, I find this extremely interesting, because there is an opportunity here to start on virgin grounds, which is privately owned, and you know how you and I are. We like a challenge, and I think this is very, very challenging.
Hola amigos,
and
¿cómo están? Les saluda Carlos Márquez,
this team that are
general del
listening
proyecto
today.
Miami Beach Peruano.
I think
día martes
we can
5 de
make
diciembre 2023
we can make
en Gibraltar,
let's put it this way,
británico,
substantial progress.
Británica. Esta es una ciudad que tiene como principales actividades.
That's why we are talking to you, Steen, because I know how you are. I know what's behind you, and I know not just that you are an architect with a huge portfolio, but you're also a person with vision, very experienced, and you like me, you like a challenge. I think.
Yes, I do.
Here
that's correct.
Here we've got a challenge, and so let's continue to work on this and see how far we get.
Yeah, there are some substantial background that we have to discuss. Maybe not now, but I could come up with a list of questions. I mean, right now I do know nothing whatsoever about Peru investment-wise. I simply can't give my comments to that at the moment. I simply have to go in and investigate what are the opportunities. So there you have to help me to put me into the scene. But Michael, we don't have to be that many to do that. you could do it at a later stage and tell me more about the background, or maybe you, Luis.
Yeah, perfect. Carlos, I have some trouble because it's not possible to share the presentation.
Okay.
I don't know.
Let me
maybe share and
let me make you guess. Wait.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Mr. Sting, hello.
Yeah, okay. Hello.
I am Carlos Marquez. I am a legal manager of the Miami Beach Peruvian project.
Yeah.
Thank you very much to be present at this meeting, and thank you very much for being interested in our project. In the Zoom, Mr. Barbosa make a presentation of our project. Luis, yo te doy pase para que tú empieces a hacer la presentación, o quieres que yo proyecte algunos videos mientras que se conectan más personas.
Well, how do you prefer? Don't worry. For me, it works in both ways. If you like to show the videos to Steen, then he have an idea about the project, and then I made a presentation to give more value and more insight from the design and everything. Maybe works better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Share and to show the videos.
Perfect. Luego yo te hago anfitrión, ¿ok?
Perfecto, maestro, funciona.
Sí. Vamos a ver este background. No se ve este.
¿Tienes algún problema, Carlos? Ahí está.
Wow. ¿Se puede aguantar eso y hablar? Sí. Tú me dices, ¿quieres que lo aguante un poco? Steen?
Yeah, I'm here.
Right. That area of land is 20 hectares out of the 2,000 hectares of the total land holding. That is what you're seeing now is the infrastructure being put in, water, electricity, the clubhouse being built, and all the plots have all been sold. Okay, Did you hear me? I can't hear you.
Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Les saluda Carlos Márquez, gerente legal del proyecto Miami Peruano. Este día, martes 5 de diciembre de 2023, me encuentro en Gibraltar.
Just previously, the last 2 or 3 minutes.
All right. I don't know what happened. Anyway, I could hear you all the time, Michael. Anyway, what I'm asking is obviously who's this made for, and who is interested in doing the investment?
This is a project which has been put together for the owner of the land holding. Has put together this team of experts, people who are number one in their respective professions. You will see each one as we go along. They've already started marketing, and as I have explained to you, on the housing side of the project, the first phase has been sold completely. Okay.
To locals.
To locals, to Peruvians, not foreigners at this stage, right? And of course, there is another 180,000 hectares to develop. Okay. And alongside that, it would be the touristic side and the concepts that finally are thought through and put together, because quite easily in that project could have a golf course and could have a theme park alongside the hotels and everything else that could go into that. You've been around and you've seen quite a lot of this type of developments, but maybe not one that has access to 4 kilometers of beach, where you could have development for the yachts, for even have international competitions and events, because we got sea there to develop all sorts of things. And I see that possibility as an event center and competitive development projects as well. Because the land that is there are possible to do these things. Well thought out, obviously. It will need more fine-tuning, more thinking about it, discarding some of the things that we have in mind now and replace them with things that haven't been thought about, because this project obviously needs to be developed more.
What is the nearest town or city?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. To where?
Ingeniero. No, he's asking which is the nearest town to.
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 minutes, yeah.
Pero ¿cómo se llama?
Casma.
Yeah, the nearest town is Casma.
C-A-S-M-A?
C-A-S-M-A.
Yeah, okay. I'm sitting here with a map with a internet, so I can ask here in Google Earth.
Anyway, I think they are the most appropriate. I've been speaking a little bit more than necessary because obviously I'm trying to interrelate with you, and then leave and then the team that's looking in and listening can make their own comments. I think the next one would be
Hola amigos,
Luis.
como 5
Luis
que tiene
Barbosa.
como
Next
lanzamiento
one will
de
be
la
Luis Barbosa.
300 años de
Back
existencia.
again. Okay,
Acá
Luis,
ustedes
I
atrás
hand
van a
over to
poder
you
ver el
because I've been
peñón de
talking too much.
Gibraltar.
But then
Y hacia
also,
el mano izquierda
can we
van a
take away
poder ver el
the?
desarrollo de la
I
ciudad.
have a video
Esto
that
es lo que
doesn't run.
nosotros
I would
queremos
rather
llevar
see your
al
faces than see
proyecto
the
Miami Beach
buildings out
peruano.
there.
Esto es lo que...
Okay, quiere ver la cara, la cara. Quítalo, dice. Quiere ver la cara más que okay.
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ya está. I'm already have the sound again. I have a draw here. Main silent about all the participants, and I included in that. I show you the presentation. Maybe it's more easy to understand some things about the project. Well, this is the project, the Miami Beach Peruano. And why the name is Miami Beach Peruano? Because the best positioned in Peru between 80s and 90s for an aspirational way to live and grow the families was Miami. Miami was like a desired area, and we moved to that. And as you know, in that part of the moment of the economy in Peru are very hard situation, and well, it's a status of high-end success people to all the people to go into Miami, and Miami Beach is one of the main destination for the for the massive tourists to Peru to the world. Is one of the most important destinations. And they recognized like best place to live in terms of quality, security, and weather conditions. For that, we developed one project in 3 different waves. The first wave is residential and the beach. We like to the beach becoming one tourist attraction. With all the amenities that they need, like a bayside area, the prior, and all the facilities that they have for a little boats and everything. Then comes to the core product, all the basic service, logistics service, entertainment, and corporate service like office and hotels and meeting spaces. And we planning to in each residential area put one central of little events and gastronomy. Then when finish all the roadmap, we like to have a high competencies sports, for all the water sports, and also for running, for cycling, because we have the opportunity to have more than 40 kilometers of roads to make all the careers and the trainings and everything. And logistic terminal that was very close to the for when I talk about the area in the next slide, you can see here, this is the area of the project. This is the main highway that we have in Peru for all the north, is the Panamericana Norte. And our idea is put all the logistics, supplies and everything, like bus station, like malls and everything in that area, to make a service for all the entire community, not only that private city, no? For that, all the logistic terminal. And we also thinking about the educational service, like university, school, and everything, to all the families bring here and made all the normal life into the city. No, well, I show you. This is in the north coast of Peru. Is very close to La Libertad, to Chimbote, and in the case of Peru, like happened in a lot of countries in Latin America, the capital have full development, but the intermediate cities we have some issues, and that is one of the things that we move to the north, because in the north don't have any hard development at the moment. The most important development for tourists and everything is in the south of Peru, and we first thinking about the internal tourists of all that area here, that made like a internal destination for holidays and everything to Miami Beach. Space, and this is what's becoming in the corporate and essential service, diversion, and everything that happened normally in the city. And we planning to make that area for all that all the relatives to the sports, develop the sea sports and everything here, no?
Yeah.
I don't know how I cancel that. Give me 1 second. Maybe too much technology for me. No, here. This is the master plan area that I show you in the past. That becoming in the logistic area, that becoming in the corporate especially area, and all of this area becoming in residence. We planning to have all the 20% of all the city with a residential use, and the 80% of the city based in the tourist industry, and in the persons to come for spend a season here. It's not only in the leisure. It's other option also for remote working. Is for developments on activities around the work, the difference interests, and they may have here to have a quiet spend time, maybe one person for writing, one writer, or have a different option here, because it's an excellent area with excellent weather, and you have all that area of sea. And one of the highlights for the internal tourists was exactly that area, that becoming in the bayside is a bayside to the sea, next to the sea, with restaurants and all the diversion that we can have. And we planning to put a prior here with one beautiful gourmet restaurant in the top, and with that and with area, the weather, and the beach becoming in one attraction for all the persons in the north part of Peru. That is the idea. That is the main idea about to development the internal tourists for Peru. Then, yes.
That's so you're saying is that at the moment the tourism development is mostly in the south, and now you have found it seems to be a wonderful area where you will build the northern part of the tourism in Peru.
Yes, it's a beautiful area, and it's because the tourism in Peru is very managed by cultural things.
Yeah.
The main archaeological rest is Machu Picchu. And
Yes.
all the persons who comes to Peru thinking about the cultural
Yeah.
tourists, and we like to start one first with internal tourists,
Yeah.
and then thinking about the international tourists for the region, because you have a beautiful beaches. I have one excellent opportunity with that.
Mm-hmm.
No, well, this is other view of the area of the master plan. No, corporate
Do you have
offices,
any?
schools.
You know what is so much up in all discussions in Europe at the moment is environmental aspects of using as little CO2 as possible and contribute to the world that we use as little energy. Do you have any ideas of doing a model?
No, yes. I show you one here. This is all the team with all the experience that we have and everything. This is the area that then show you in the video. This is the clubhouse, the sports and everything, and this is fully sale at the moment. This is the second area, and this is our sustainability goals, and we're thinking for the city. No, as you know, this is a sustainability element goes for the limitations. And well, first is increase the Ancash GDP in 12%. This is for have better grow economy. We're thinking about the hydroponia for try to have less carbon and water print. Well, the medical care, the square meter for education, the coexistation, and we thinking about the wind and sea solar energy. The aeolic energy, we thinking around that to provide the energy to the city, and also we have one design to use at least three times the water in the residential area. The first come to all the normal service, then go to the laundry or the excusado water. And then we use for all the green areas of the project. No, with that we try to less to the 30% of the normal use if you compare with the normal use of water in general in Peru. No, and well, circular economy. With planning to bring 3,000 of labor opportunities. We take care of the development of all the city. We continue to manage the city like a company. It's not a little, it's a big company. Improve the social and educational level of Comandante Noel. Comandante Noel is the main area, and we as this state, and when we stay at the moment. Well, the private administration secures a value proposition for all the owners. Also promoted the local producers in the logistic area, and then show to you have a market to a local market to they bring all the products and everything. We take care of the air quality. Air quality is one of the main concerns at the moment. We improve the corals, all the sea life in the area, and we looking for local specials. Local species will be carried for all the landscape, all the manage the green areas of the project, and the local authorities also present in the area to manage the normal convivence of all the humans, of all the persons. And we work in the hand with the mayor of the regional and the president and the regional president, because they found very interesting the project, and also the vice ministry of tourism here in Peru are very, very interested in the project because it's one of the goals of the principal objectives that they have is in internal tourists and development new international alternatives for Peru, no? And well, this is normal. This is the main view of the what happened in 8 years from now. We maybe think about the 50 million square meters building around all the city. Tourist impact with 16 meeting rooms and normally for 45,000 tourists per year. Hotels, bayside restaurants, nightlife. We give to 3,000 job opportunities. It's a special area, a mall, grand station for central bus, logistic connectivity. High performance training center for develop the sport activity here in the city and bring the talent to the Peruvian sports. And thinking about that, we are the site for a citywide events. We have several different very important events into Peru, internal events like CADE, like Expomin and everything, and we dream and then they choose us like a first option for the connectivity and the all the fines that you have here in the area of Miami Beach. Then you have a lot of facilities, and it's the most important meeting space together in one area, no? And well, that is the main idea about the project, about all the road that we have, the team that we have here. Well, this is mine. I have some less kilos in that photo, but I am still alive.
I'm still there. When you say the largest development is of residential, 175,000 in new inhabitants, that's a lot. Do they come from Casma, or where do they come from?
No, from Casma, from Chimbote. We are very near to here, very, very near to. I show you one thing so then you understand very well.
Yeah.
Hang 1 second. Here I go into Google Map. You know, now the technology is one excellent.
I am also on Google Map here where I am now, so I can see the area.
Yes. And I have one connected problem here. We try to resolve. I can really search.
How many people? What are the number of inhabitants in Casma?
In Casma,
yeah,
is no. I give you the exactly number here.
No, I don't want the exactly, but is it 100,000 or 300,000? What is it?
More or less 50,000 persons 50. In Casma.
All right. Okay.
But I show you one thing. Excuse me 1 second.
But Louis, tell me then, if there's 50,000 in Casma at the moment, what is the background to make a plan of 175,000?
Chimbote. Chimbote is the idea. Because Chimbote is one of the most important areas for the fishing development in Peru. And the quality of life are very, very lack. It's not the best. And have a person to have all excellent economic possibilities. And they are very close to the project, more or less 40 minutes. If you bring one excellent area with an excellent style of life for all the families from Chimbote, it's very, very possible that they move to here. If you read here, the new Chimbote they try to doing that, but it's like don't have any success because it's a public development. And then now is in all of this area, and we planning to put the project here.
Okay.
Very close.
Yeah.
That is our idea about that.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
And I hope you, well, sorry for my level of English, I need to improve. I try to do the best because I a little out of the normal talking English normally, but I hope you understand very well the project.
I understand you perfectly. It's just fine. Very good. Yeah. Well, what I have been doing all over the world is actually, when I come into such a project, is to when we set up the idea, which we've already done for a big part, I've already seen things that I would like to do slightly different. But in general, I can see that you are very far with the planning at this stage. But of course, the next important thing is, where do the money come from to develop such a huge development as you've done? And to that, I could come up with some ideas, but what I need to do that to be able to do that at a professional level is to have more of your presentations. If you could send that to me so I can read it and update myself as much as possible, and at the same time see of opportunities of attracting international investment. So I would say that one of the next steps would be that you should provide me with as much information as you see fit. And Michael, of course, you know what we ask for to come up with.
Yeah.
So I find it extremely interesting. It's very similar to what I've done in Japan and in Vietnam. So also the size of this here, it doesn't. It gives me a continuation of what I'm actually doing. So yes, there are possibilities. I see that. Okay. Definitely.
Okay.
Perfect.
So I think that with Steen, we can consider him a person of repute, with complete confidentiality. I would recommend, obviously, that you allow him to have access of the project, that he can examine, think about, perhaps make additions to it for your agreement, because of his wide experience, and has ample knowledge and feelings of how investors would look at this project.
Yes, and continuation of that, Michael, I will have to say to all of you that when suddenly there are other eyes, my eyes, looking at a development as far as you've done it here, those other eyes, whether it's mine or somebody else's from in the investment circles, they will actually push here and there. And they will say, well, this could be developed in another way because that will attract another kind of investors, and so on and so on. So therefore, I ask you to in the next phases, when I come up with some ideas that is not meant as a criticism of what has been done, but it's more an eye opener what can be added to what you've done. Am I clear in what I'm saying here?
Yes.
What I'm saying here is, it is my experience that when we come in and how can I put it, mold, reform things that are as developed as this, it is hard to change attitudes towards what you have done and which you're already so happy for. But it has to be done if you're going to go for international investors. There are, as far as I've seen up till now, there definitely are areas that can be developed in another, how can I put, more international way, which will attract another kind of investors. But the ground are there. If I can get the information, I will be able to come up with some new ideas of how it can be developed in order to attract investors, because that's what it's all about.
Yes.
Yes, that is the principal main concern.
Yeah, of course.
Luis, the idea is that from our own experience,
okay,
it would add value to what you are doing.
Yes, of course.
To what you are doing, and if you accept it, then it can be adapted to the project before Steen makes the presentation to his portfolio of investors. You can see that Steen is already declared an interest to move to the next
Yes.
to move to the next step. Okay, to move to the next.
We are totally open into that. We are totally open into that because you have all the experience for the investor in Europe, and we are very interested in that. And if we make some accommodations in the project or something that you need to becoming a more alternative project, we doing that. Don't have any problem with that. We have the land, we have the idea of the master plan, but this is a normal ongoing project, like you manage in all the world. And if we need to make some change or make some extra things around the project or improve some areas, we are totally agree with that.
Okay.
Let me give you a little task. You see, to get such a huge development going and to find investors, it needs a history. It needs something that everybody can recognize. So when we talk about the destination in this place in Casma, everybody in the world will know what it is. So it has to have a certain history to tell. And I at the moment, I cannot tell what that is, but I'll tell you, as soon as you can give it a clear distance to all other developments by having something special. And you can do that by setting up, we have to find a theme, something special about this that will that develop the whole project differently from what is going on in the neighborhood. And by that, in itself, that is the first interest of investors. It has to be, I wouldn't say special, but it has to have a certain history.
No,
I don't know at the moment what that is, but we all have to come up with ideas of what can it be that makes this destination in Casma special, so special, so the investor says, I have to be part of this. It's not just houses, it's not just roads, it's not, as you have seen, it's much more. It's a concept that has a holistic concept, from houses to workspaces to events to all sorts of things, but made in a way so it is something that people can remember.
There's a lot there's a lot of history there. Ancient monuments.
That could be one theme. Yes, it could.
Yeah.
We
will. I'm sure that Luis will come up with their equivalent of Machu Picchu. That's
yeah. Yeah.
Well, I working for leisure travel in that way.
Yeah, but it's true that there's a need for something. Oh, I want to go there. I want to invest there. We got the beaches, we got this, we got that, and we've also got the history, because the history of Peru and the Incas and everything else, it's something that in Europe is very well received.
It is.
It
is, and Peru has a good name also in Europe. So, and I can just look at myself. I, as any other European, would love to come to visit Peru. But what we have to develop here is something that is so interesting. So it is also a new Machu Picchu.
Yeah.
So it has to be a destination that are known, and we have to find a theme for that. Well, it's going to be difficult. On the other hand, this is what we have to do, and I can. Let us do like this. I need a lot more background so I can actually come into this, and I would like to have a meeting again in let's say a couple of weeks' time, where I have been able to go through all the material, and then I will have a lot of comments and questions and visions and ideas. So let's take it from there. But I simply need to be to have more background knowledge also of Peru before I can really come in and do something about this. Give me a 2 weeks time, and then I will come back with something.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. That worked perfect for us.
Good.
We sent to you all the presentation and everything. Well, we are in the road.
Yeah. Super. Right.
Okay.
And because then at that time I will also show you I will show you especially one project I did in Vietnam, which we called The Destination, because that was made so special. So all the people from the investment world knew about that project. It was unfortunately it became Lehman Brothers that actually went in as investors, and as you know, they went bankrupt. But it was an investment of 750 million US, which I reckon also is about the same size, 200,000 hectare. So and there we had all sorts of facilities, which together actually created such a destination that people would like to go.
Yeah. That's it.
All right.
Okay.
So
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, we understand very well, and we prepare everything to send to you. Well, very nice to meet you.
Yes, I have a lot of faces here. I have only met you, Louis, and you, Carlos, and Michael, and then there's a lot of other faces. I would love to go and say hello to all of you, but that will be at a later stage.
Yeah. And I will wait for you at Lima with a ceviche.
Yeah. All the people connecting is our clients, is our sailors. You know, we want to make this project great, and this is the first international meeting with Miami Beach project. Okay, and thank you very much, Mr. Killer, and thank you very much, Michael, for introducing us, Mr. Steen.
Yes, I look forward to see you all again. Thank you so much for your time.
Finally, I want to give a few words in Spanish for all our guests. Okay.
Yes.
Señores, ¿cómo están? Buenas tardes. Gracias por acompañarnos. Esta ha sido nuestra primera reunión de internacionalización del proyecto Miami Beach Peruano. Les agradecemos por estar aquí presentes con nosotros. El señor Mr. Steen Killer es una persona arquitecto, es una persona también empresario, es una persona que ha conocido ya el proyecto y ha mostrado el interés en participar, en principio conociéndolo como una primera instancia.
Luego ya seguramente entraremos a otro tipo de conversaciones, de negocios, porque lo que queremos es brindarle el mejor desarrollo, la mejor tecnología, la mejor ciencia en construcción que existe en Europa. El señor Killer es de Dinamarca, como lo mencionó, y algunos seguramente no lo escucharon. Tiene ya desarrollos inmobiliarios en Dinamarca, tiene desarrollos inmobiliarios en Japón, me parece que también dijo Vietnam, ¿correcto? Y para nosotros es un gran placer que él se encuentre en esta sala, que haya mostrado el interés y que este sea pues el inicio de la internacionalización del proyecto Miami Beach Peruano. Le agradecemos al ingeniero Luis Barbosa por la muy buena presentación que ha realizado. Le agradecemos también a todas las personas que han podido conectarse. Seguramente vamos a transmitir más adelante esta sala de reunión. Y solamente me queda agradecerle a cada uno de ustedes por seguir apostando siempre en el proyecto, ya sea en la adquisición de unidades inmobiliarias, ya sea en la participación de inversiones. Y seguramente ahora mismo nos encontramos en Gibraltar. Estoy con el señor Michael Fittam, ex ministro de Desarrollo Financiero de esta ciudad. Esta ciudad es un territorio que le pertenece o que forma parte, depende militarmente de Gran Bretaña. Así que es un lugar donde las finanzas, donde la banca, donde el turismo son las principales actividades económicas. Acá hay muchos grupos de inversión que también ya han tomado conocimiento del proyecto Miami Beach peruano, con todo el potencial que tiene, con todo el potencial que ustedes conocen, y eso es lo que buscamos, el bienestar de nuestros propietarios, motivar a que sigan invirtiendo en el proyecto y que podamos juntos consolidar este maravilloso proyecto inmobiliario, que va a ser el más grande del Perú y el más grande de Latinoamérica seguramente. Así que muchas gracias a todos por estar aquí presente y les agradecemos. ¿Quieres dar tú unas palabras, Michael? No. Te los presento, aquí tenemos a todos nuestros amigos, a todos nuestros amigos clientes. Michael Fittam es una persona que conoce el Perú, que le gusta muchísimo, lo ama, ha estado muchas veces allá, y gracias a él también tenemos la introducción a las autoridades aquí en Gibraltar, a los grupos empresariales, así que, bueno, unidos vamos a sacar nuestro proyecto adelante, más allá del trabajo que podamos hacer nosotros en el Perú, que ustedes ya lo conocen. La idea es también recoger experiencia internacional que puede aplicarse a nuestro proyecto. Thank you, Mr. Steen, again, and see you soon.
See you soon. Okay.
See you soon.
Thank you so much for your time, Mr.
You will see me soon.
Yeah, and Michael, you can call me tomorrow so we can just follow up, right?
Okay, I'll call you tomorrow.
Muchas gracias a todos por la participación. Ha sido muy agradable
Very
tenerlos
nice to meet
presentes.
you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.